Hey, what's up you guys? It's your girl Lovely Fly Shy back with another video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially if you like this video. Disclaimer, this is I want to say 18 plus, but really it's like a 21 plus video. I'm definitely gonna delve deep into some things. This is going to be my Miami trip story time, so if you guys want to see what happened, stay tuned. All right, y'all. So, as I said in my last video, I was gonna come back on here and record my experience to Miami, what happened, and everything like that. First off, what I'd like to say is since I've been back, I haven't really processed everything that occurred, everything that I allowed to happen. I never processed any of it. So me coming on here is me being my most transparent, raw, real, uncut, just whatever you want to call itself. So yeah, let's get into it. So if you guys look back to my previous videos, it's not a surprise that I was engaging in sex work, escorting to be precise. And though it isn't something that I am necessarily proud of, it's a part of my story. It's a part of me, you know. So just gonna jump right into it. So I met this guy. I'm not gonna say his name. We're just gonna call him G. That's what we're gonna call him, G. So I met this older guy, G, when I was first getting started in the sex industry. And this was back in like 2017, so about like maybe almost 4 years ago. And of course, he was a pimp, and I knew he was a pimp, but the fact that he was older, like he's well into his 50s, so he's like one of those old school kind of like cutthroat pimps, right? And so for some reason that intrigued me. I was just like well, he has a lot of game, you know. I was at a point where, due to gambling and alcoholism and just irresponsible decisions, and it really just boils down to addiction, really. So due to addiction and my own mental health issues that I had been dealing with, I really took a liking to this guy, though he was a pimp. Like, you know, it's like whatever. So although he was a pimp, that was just like whatever. So he was really cool, and back in 2019, well, he was really cool, so I thought. Sorry about that. But anyways, he was really cool, or so I thought. And fast forward to 2019, I started messing with him again after this 3-week, it was literally like 3 weeks. I was like messing with this other pimp that I went to middle school with, and he wasn't disrespectful. He didn't put his hands on me or anything like that. He was very like, he had a moment where I was like, yeah, this motherfucker's probably possessive as fuck. And the longer I stay, the worse it's probably gonna get eventually. So I stopped messing with him because I was just like, because he came to my house one time banging on my door because I didn't answer my phone, because he would come every day, like he would send me out to the strip, and then when I would come back, he would be like popping up at my house to pick up the money that I made or whatever. But this particular day, like, or this particular day, like, I was like, I'm not gonna give him my motherfucking money. Fuck this shit. Like, I can do this shit myself. But due to gambling and addiction and everything like that, like, I was like, fuck, I can't manage my money. The moment I get bored, or just the moment I'm just whatever, like, whatever makes me go and gamble, whenever I feel that moment or go through that feeling, I'm gonna fucking go gamble and fuck my money up, you know? So I was like, that's why I was more so allured and intrigued and really persuaded into going with a pimp, because I was like, well, you know, he's gonna help me manage my money and I'm not gonna have to worry about anything. Like, he's gonna make sure everything's good. No, that wasn't the case. Like, I had a phone bill due, rent, like, all this shit. This man was taking all of my money. Y'all, that shit lasted 3 motherfucking weeks. That day he came to my motherfucking house talking about some... He was just like banging on my door. He had like one fucking small ass can of milk for my daughter, because at the time she was a baby. And then he had, I think, a pack of fucking diapers. Like, that came with like 20 in it. And I had been giving him like, if it wasn't like 4, 3, 6, 7, like, that shit adds up regardless. Like, I'm not gonna get on here and act like I was making bands every night. No. Did it come around? Yes, but but no. Yeah, so he like came to my fucking door and just banging on my door. Like, my sister had to go to the door and she was like, yeah, she's not here, blah blah blah, because he was trying to come and pick up the money. So yeah, that ended, because I was just like, no, like, and luckily it ended on a clean slate. Like, he pretty much like just deleted me off of everything. He made his one last shot. Like, he tried to shoot his shot in my DMs on Instagram, but I was just like, he was like, we should kick it or something like that, and I was just like, why? Like, I already know what you're trying to do. Like, you're trying to take all my money, you're trying to pimp on me, everything like that. Like, no. So so fast forward, shortly after fucking with him, like, once I officially like broke it off with him, like, it wasn't like we didn't even exchange a conversation, words, nothing. Like, I just I stopped answering his calls, stopped texting him back. I pretty much just ignored him, and he pretty much got the hint. So he deleted me off all the social media, and I haven't heard from him since. So I'm just like, okay, perfect. That worked out good. But yeah, fast forward to G. I wound up fucking with him again, and I would make like, if I would make 1,000, I would send him 4. You know, like, I was never just sending him all my fucking money. Like, even with the first one, like, I was still what they call it, tucking and ducking. I was not just giving every fucking thing. No, like, that's why I knew having a pimp wasn't for me, because I'm like, I gotta give everything to you, like, and just hope and depend and pray you actually fall through with what you claim you're gonna do. No. So yeah, start fucking with him, and it was cool, like, while it lasted. You know, the reason why I was like, oh, he's probably like a good pimp, blah blah blah, like, in my ignorant mind, I was like, he's a good pimp, you know, whenever I need money, like, he sends me money. Bitch, it's your money. Like, what are you talking about? So yeah, my mind was definitely screwed up both ways, both times, having a pimp, you know. So again, fast forward to 2021. Like, 2020, he was all on my line, but this is when all my court shit was going on. I really couldn't, like, I wasn't trying to take the risk to go out to the strip eventually, or potentially get excuse me, ID'd by security, have them run my name and see that I've been fucking trespassed, and then boom, I go to jail, and then boom, like, here I am doing jail time. Like, I I didn't want that because this is a real thing. Like, it's some real shit. Like, they're really cracking down on it. And then especially if you have other cases too, yeah, like you could just kiss your little 6, 8 to a year goodbye, because that's how much you gonna damn near do. You know, for repeat offenses and constantly getting in trouble and all that. Like, that's type of stuff. Yeah, like it gets real. So, so yeah, like once it got to this year, he had hit me up and he presented me with the opportunity to go to Miami. He bought my ticket and everything. So I was like, cool, like, I'm about to go out here. Man, I'm gonna make some racks, da 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 da. Like, I'm getting pumped up by all the shit he was saying, because I don't want to. That video will probably come soon when I imitate him, because he just be like, you dig, bitch, da 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 da. Yeah, ho, da 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 da. I'm like, okay, whatever. That's just what pimps do, right? But it got old real fast. So yeah, like when we got to Miami, like the first day or two was like good. Like, he took me on a full tour. Like, as soon as I hopped off the plane, like he took me on a tour. He took me to South Beach, Brickell, like all the hot spots in Miami or whatever. We went back to the hotel. Everything was cool. But then, you know, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna have you working out the Hard Rock Hotel in Seminole. It's in Hollywood, Florida. It's not too far from Miami, but yeah. He's like, I'm gonna have you working there. And yeah, so nothing really set in. Like, nothing set in. I was like, oh, this is gonna be cool. Like, it's not like he just does me bad and leaves me down bad. Like, it's not like he just don't give me any money or like whatever. That's how I was looking at it, you know? Girl, when I tell you that it was already, you know, being in a new territory, like someplace I've never been, and then just pretty much being thrown out into the wolves, you know, having to go and make something happen, go and bring back that bag. It was quite stressful. It was very nerve-wracking, because I'm like, I'm way out here. So Lord forbid me getting arrested or something. Like, I still have kids. Like, at the end of the day, like my kids, you know, what about my kids? You know, and that's what I was constantly thinking about. But yeah, like what I'll say is, like, I guess I wasn't making enough, or like it just wasn't what he desired or whatever. Like, he just would start just talking mad shit, like, bitch this, hoe this, like, bitch, hoe, bitch. Like, that's all he pretty much said. You dig, bitch, man. Like, calm down. Pipe it down, bro. But yeah, so when shit really hit the fan was New Year's Eve. So I'm all excited, because I'm like, I'm finna make some money. I'm finna make a bag, you dig, man? Like, I'm like, you dig? Like, I'm finna make a bag, a big bag, you know? And yeah, it didn't really go as planned. So yeah, you know, the night was cool, but what I can say is, as an addict, you know, I have an alcohol problem. And that's going to be another video, because I did go to rehab, but I wound up relapsing. So in order for me to work myself up to going out there and trying to bust a date or a trick or John, whatever you want to call it, I gotta get fucking drunk. Like, I have to be fucked up. Like, I cannot just go out there and do it like sober all, like, no, like, that's not happening. So I was probably wasting a little time, but at the same time, I really didn't want to do it anyways, because the pressure he was putting on me every single day, like, you need to do this, like, you can get that $30,000 and da-da-da. Like, I'm like just the things that he was saying, like, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna teach you how to steal, I'm gonna teach you how to be a thief, I'm gonna teach you how to the credit card game and da-da-da-da-da. I'm just like, baby, I still got kids. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm trying to get that bag, but shit, I ain't trying to go about it this way. Like, you know? And so, yeah. So, yeah, I pretty much, like, I was doing my shit, like, that night. I connected with somebody that wound up becoming one of my business partners now. So that's awesome. Still sex work, but I'll get into what it really is later. But yeah, while I'm connected with them, I spent a lot of time with them, so I was kind of like beating myself up because I'm like, he's gonna fucking go the fuck off on me, because so I'm chilling, like I'm having a good time, like at the same time, like shit, I ain't never been to Miami, like I'm trying to have a good time, like that. If that, that bag will come to me, like I don't have to sit here and just, of course you gotta, like when you're hoeing or whatever you want to call it, like yes, you gotta beat your feet or whatever, but at the same time, like when that money gonna come, it's gonna come. Like, you don't have to like overdo it. Is pretty much what I'm trying to say. but yeah, so y'all, let's fast forward to the time he picked me up. So I had been texting him, like I had been texting him, calling him. This man did not answer. He didn't call me back till the next morning. Luckily, I had somewhere to sleep for that night. Otherwise, I would have been shit out of luck. So he picks me up. I get in the car, and he's like, of course, like they break you. Pimps break you. And pretty much, you just gotta break yourself, give them all the money. So I did that. And he's looking at the money, he's like, I really gave him everything too. Like, it will accept $100 because I already made up in my head after the way that the shit that he had been texting me and everything, and the shit he'd been talking. I was like, yeah, I'm going home tomorrow. so yeah, I fucking gave him everything, and then he's like, bitch, show me your Cash App. Like, this is it. Da, 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 da. Like just going off. Like he started driving in circles. Like we were right next to the hotel room that we were staying at, and like he just kept driving like in circles around the fucking hotel and everything. And so he was just like calling me all kinds of bitches and hoes and just degrading me to no fucking extent. Like I'm stupid, I'm dumb, I'm fucking retarded. Like he was just calling me all these names, that shit was really breaking my spirit, But I mean, I was just like, this is shit that come with it. But I had already made up in my head. I was like, you know what? This is it. Like, if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna do it for me and my motherfucking kids. And you know what? I'm gonna play the game, but I'm gonna fucking play it well. Because I don't really think there's no good pimp that exists in this fucking world. I really don't. Like, he was like, bitch, I got something for you. I'm thinking he's about to drop me off on the side of the road. He speeds and he, pulls into the fucking hotel parking lot. And I was just like, look, I'm leaving. I have stuff going on in Vegas. I mean, this trip wasn't what I expected it to be. This whole whatever this is was not like how I envisioned it going, so therefore I'm going home. He was like, no bitch, you're not going home. You're gonna at least stay for 3 weeks to 30 days like you said you was gonna do. Bitch, I'm broke da 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 da. He was like, oh well, you better keep that little funky ass $100 because that's all you going home with. You can't, I'm broke. Like pretty much insinuating like, bitch, I ain't giving you none of the money back, so you're shit out of luck. So I was like, for sure. So as soon as we got to that room, as soon as we got out and everything, I went right to that motherfucking room, packed my bag in like literally less than 2 minutes. And I started walking out. He was like, oh, so am I taking you to the airport? I was like, nope. Don't worry about that. I got it. So, I made the arrangements for that. Of course, connecting with different people out there. People were nice enough to assist your girl in her time of need because I was down bad. Like, I'm like, damn, I made all this money and then gave it to this fucking psychopath thinking like, okay, maybe this will work. Like, maybe we'll really do something with, I don't know what I was thinking, you guys. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't. And so Like, I haven't processed it at all. Because on top of dealing with his shit, I was still fucking receiving fucking messages from my kid's dad just fucking harassing me, the same thing, degrading me, belittling me, berating me, the whole fucking nine, you know. And then I had to come back to that shit too. You know, I had to hear him say all of these fucking things like that's not even fucking true, you know, judging me and all this. And it's just like, dude, like, I'm just trying to make a way for me and my kids at the end of the day. And yes, I don't go about it in the healthiest or in the most positive ways. I don't. And I'm not trying to sit here and uplift or put sex work on a pedestal, but at the same time, if someone is reduced to that, and I don't want to say reduced as if I'm lowering myself, but people are going to think that anyways. But when I say reduced, I just mean like if someone's come to that conclusion, something that's so frowned upon, they're willing to engage in that. That takes a lot of fucking courage and heart, you know, because you have to fucking deal with this for the rest of your life. People are always going to label you. They're always going to categorize you as this or that, you know, but that's just a reality. Like, I don't see myself working for someone's company that making them multi-millions of dollars, not just myself, but other employees as well, every year. And for what? Because isn't the whole purpose and objective is to have our own, build our own? And granted, I'm not saying sex work is the way to do that. No, there's other ways. That's not the only thing that I can do. I'm very talented, you know, but this is just the road and the avenue that I'm taking to get to where I see myself being, you know? And, you know, really with that being said, I'll just end it with this. I don't know, like the whole pimp things, that's just, it's not for me. And I don't think it ever will be. Definitely not. I just think it's very evil and it's very cunning and it's very sinister when you really break it down for what it really is. Like, motherfuckers could try to carry themselves how they want to carry themselves, act like they got all the game in the motherfucking world, but really they don't know shit. They're dependent on the bitch to go and get that bag. Their asses can't fucking go out and get it, so they gonna depend on a bitch to do it, a female. Not trying to be all derogatory, but I'm coming at those that know this lifestyle with the terms that we use in this lifestyle, because of course they're gonna relate the most. But pretty much the dudes they're betting on the female. Like, when they send around, it's up to the female to come back and bring that bag. It ain't up to him, you know. And G, you know, he didn't have no job, no nothing. Nothing, y'all. Nothing. Had to borrow his nephew's car to get us back and forth in Miami. Talking about he's broke, staying in hotels, hollering at underage girls. Like, we were driving down South Beach, Miami, and he was like hollering out the window at it. From my mind's eye, they looked as though they were teenagers. I was a teenager before. Regardless of how someone's body may be proportioned, some people develop quicker than others. That's still not an excuse to be a fucking pedophile or prey on young, innocent teens, you know? So once I started seeing all that, I was just like, yeah, I gotta get the fuck away from this motherfucker, because they are really predators. That's all. Like, but I'm not trying to make this video long. I just wanted it to be a quick story time. If you guys enjoy these videos and enjoy these topics, because again, this channel is meant for just that. I am not going to come on here and act like I'm just fucking Beyonce and really, like, who is Beyonce? Because at the end of the day, we're all fucking human. Yeah, she may have billions or millions or whatever the case is, but we're still the fucking same. So I'm not going to try to put myself on a pedestal or put, like I said, sex work on a pedestal. All I'm just trying to do is share my testimony, share my story, share my experiences in hopes of touching someone out there that's, potentially going to be lured into this or potentially being lured into this. Just really think smarter. Like, you don't have to have no fucking pimp, like, at all. I mean, and that applies to me as well. If you're gonna do it well. What I'll end this with, and I'm actually gonna do, because this actually came to my mind as I was talking about this topic. Prostitution has turned digital. Prostitution has moved online. So, yes, you probably can still maybe go out somewhere, a bar, or here I live in Vegas, so you could probably go to the strip and get a trick or two here and there. But really, it's online. When COVID hit, it definitely went online. It was already like almost there. But now it's all online. So, but we're going to delve deeper into that topic next up on my next video. But again, if you guys enjoy these videos, enjoy these topics, if you have a topic that you want me to talk about that I've been through, I would definitely touch on it. So just definitely like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate the support. I'm going to go ahead and edit this video and get this up for y'all. I just wanted to kind of talk about everything that happened. I had to kind of like, not conjunct it, but I had to compress it into a smaller video. So yeah, but I'm just trying to process it, really. I'm trying to understand why I found myself in that situation, why I felt it was okay, why I felt like it was a logical thing to do. Because before I even left, I had a gut feeling, and my gut feeling was like, you should just stay, But I was like, no, I'm just gonna go. And no. Always follow your first mind. And with that said, you all have a beautiful night or morning, depending on wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you in my next video. Peace.